everybody! It's been a really long time since we've done a couch talk video. Holidays, Christmas, things have been kind of crazy. But we decided to do one today on discipline. Because discipline is the hardest thing you'll do as a parent. And there's lots of do's and don'ts.
Yeah, like a lot of times I'll see kids in grocery stores who are acting like brats. And someone says, someone is jerking a knot in that kid's tail. But I say jerk a knot in the parent's tail. Here's what I think. I think that what we have today in our generation, we have a lot of very self-centered, selfie-inflicted kids. And it's a word now. Look it up. It's a word now. The parents, us, we're creating them.
Well, because most kids know their parents will bail them out of any problems they get into.
And that's a problem. So there's no consequences. And so that's the point. And so whenever a kid crosses a line, and there are no consequences for that, except for don't, or I'll say don't again, except really louder, that doesn't help the kid out, it doesn't help the parent out, it definitely doesn't help society out, because we're going to end up supporting them with my tax dollars.
Kids really like guidelines. As a teacher, I see that in my classroom every day. They like me being tough on them. They might not like it at the moment, but later on they always appreciate it.
Yeah, my kids love it when we discipline them.
When I was young and I got a spanking.
You got spanked! You got beat! Ah!
Okay.
We do what's it called?
Shelf on the elf.
Shelf on the elf. No, not shelf on the elf.
The shelf.
Elf on the shelf. People today need little elves on the shelves to keep the kids in line. Back in my parents' day, my dad had a belt on the shelf. Obviously, when her dad said spanking, she probably thought they said bacon, and she came running.
I was perfect.
When the Bible talks about if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. No, that's a figure of speech. People know the Bible's not saying go out there and get a rod and beat your kids with it. When I say it's raining cats and dogs outside, no one thinks God's up there throwing rock rollers down up on top. It's a figure of speech. I tell you what, you can raise your voice at your kids, but let me tell you something that's even better. Is rather than raising your voice, you just lean in, right? And you just say, you better stop. Say it really slow in a whisper tone, because it's much scarier.
Are you still actually recording? And it's also important to know that when you do lose it with your kids and you start screaming and you overreact, which as parents we're always going to overreact at some point or another, then you are able to go to your kids and say, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have screamed at you like that. Because it's important for them to see that you make mistakes too. I'm a yeller.